The streamer Extra Emily is getting a lot of hate because of what she did, or should I say didn't do. From what I understand, her parents paid $170,000 for her college tuition, and they have a document that they made her sign saying that she'll pay them back for it. They decided that she'll pay them back $14,000 a year till she fully paid them back. And I think payment-wise, she only paid them back once, and that was only $10K. But on a recent stream, she said that she wasn't going to pay them back anymore, and that's when the chat called her out for it. Because she's labeled as a millionaire, and people are saying that she makes $100K a month. Even if she isn't making $100K in total, just on her subs alone on her recent stream, she had just over 8,000 subs for that month. And the price being, $5 a month per sub, that's $40K in a single month only on subs. And because of the split, that's $20K in her pocket. And that's not including anything else, like, donations, sponsorships. That's just straight subs. That means in a single month worth of subs, she could almost pay them back, 2 years of her tuition or, 2 years of their contract, but she didn't. Sub if you want. Let's look at the tweet that started this whole fiasco. On January 2nd, a Twitter user by the name of Yeet made a, Twitter post saying this. Extra Emily cries on stream after her chat cooks her for not wanting to pay back her parents $140,000. LSF thread of events gets conveniently deleted and shows 3 videos.
Yeah, it's fine. The only reason they want me to pay it back is because I'm a streamer.
Yeah, you should pay it back.
Because I didn't use my degree. So they're like, okay.
How much is it?
170K.
You should pay it back.
I don't want to.
Oh,
I mean, I did pay them 10K and then I was like, I'm over this. I don't want to pay anymore.
Mom,
Do you think it's a waste that I went to college?
that is a really good question.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of money on that. And then you become a streamer.
Yeah, but I'm also helping.
That's a really good question. I don't know how to answer it.
But I'm paying you back for college.
Yes, that's right. That's unnecessary.
That's necessary?
Yeah, we're almost broke. Because you went to the college. Go to the expensive one, yeah.
Okay, so what's it?
She said that her parents only want her to pay them back now is because she became a successful streamer. And because she didn't use the degree that she got. Which I feel like makes sense. Because at that point, what was even the point of going to college for a couple of years, having your parents spend $170,000 for your tuition, since, you just essentially wasted $170,000 from them. Do you know how much money that is? That's like years worth of savings that they gave you for your future. If I was in that situation, being a streamer and not using the degree, I would feel guilty. Because they used that money for me, and I'm not even using the degree that they used their money on for me to get. And I would try hard to pay them back. The moment that she said that her parents gave her $170,000, her entire chat was just shocked. Even NMP was telling her that she should pay them back. And then she said she gave them 10K once and she's not going to do it again. The second part of the video is a clip from 2 years ago where she asked her mom if going to college was a waste. Her immediate words was that they spent a lot of money on it. And that right after she got the degree, she became a streamer. And Extra Emily said that she was going to pay them back for it. Meaning that in the past 2 years since that clip, she only paid them 10K once. And her mom told her that it was necessary for her to pay them back, probably because of the contract and because she told Emily that they almost went broke because they gave her the $170,000. Meaning that they gave her almost all of their life savings in one go to the point of almost going broke for Emily's future.
Do you think that would be your best gift towards your dad or your parents? To pay back your tuition?
I'm never going to pay it back though.
Wait, actually?
No, I don't want to.
But you could.
Yeah, but I'm not going
Wait,
to.
do you have student loans?
Yeah, student loans to my parents.
And you're making them pay it off?
No, like my parents paid and then they're like, pay us back for college, and I just don't want to.
Okay.
But don't you think that would make them really happy and proud?
No, they're fine.
Are you doing it kind of almost out of spite because you're I don't want to because I can, but I know that you guys don't need it?
Yes.
That's why you don't.
Yes, they don't need it. And I'm
You
like,
don't need it.
I'm just a bad daughter.
You are.
Arthur were telling her that she should pay it back, but she's saying that she's not going to because they're fine. Arthur asks her if she's doing it out of spite because she's a millionaire and she could easily pay them back without any issue, as in she can drop 70K on them and still be fine. And she tells them that she is doing it out of spite, saying that they don't need it. And if you look at the corner of the chat, the entire chat is calling her out for it. Because how are you going to say that the people who you owe money to don't need it? They paid for your entire college, leaving you without student loans, and you signed a document saying that you'll pay them back for it, and you're not.
No, you know what it is? It's exhaustion.
Yeah, I think I'm just exhausted.
It's exhausting. Listen, if it makes you feel any better, at least your parents still talk to you.
Yeah, my parents are cool.
I only got one left.
Like, my parents are like overall really happy and think I'm a good daughter.
You are a great daughter.
I don't know.
No, Arthur, what have you done?
They were very happy that I bought Cancun for them.
Let's go to...
She cried a little bit on stream saying about how she's a bad daughter and that she got him a trip, fully paid to Cancun. But does the cost of the Cancun trip affect the $170,000? Because I've seen some people say that this is her way of repaying them back, and other people saying that even without the money that was owed, you should still give your parents a fully paid trip if you were that rich, because, they're your parents. If I was in her situation where I was making like $300K a year, I would have paid back my parents and got them multiple fully paid trips. Because apparently she said that she wanted to repay them back in experiences and not money. But I mean, if I was owed money, I would want, to be returned in money and not as, an experience or a gift. Because if someone owed me money and instead got me a gift, what if I don't like the gift, I don't need the gift, or already have the gift? Because at that point, you're saying that this gift is repayment of the money that, that was owed, and gave me something I don't need, want, or like at all. At that point, it's a waste. But there's one thing I don't get with these streamers. They put out all this personal information that nobody knows about and nobody's asked about to make content out of their living. They give their input on the situation because, it's their livelihood, their living, and then act confused when the chat has a completely different opinion to it. Like, I don't know how she wanted her chat to react to this. Did she want them to agree with her, saying that she shouldn't have to pay the $170,000, even though she probably makes close to $100K a month? Some people are saying that her parents forced her in to get this degree. I think the degree was financial engineering. Because let's say that they made her choose to get this degree, but she decided on her own to go to Columbia University, which is an Ivy level school that was out of state. People were saying that her parents were probably tiger parents, and because of that, they may have neglected her emotionally, which is why she isn't paying them back out of spite, because there could be some resentment, and why she doesn't want to give them, cash directly, but instead through other means. The LSF post that also talked about the situation got deleted in under a day, but here are some of the responses to it before, the entire thing got deleted. I'm not gonna hate, it's just a point that they literally made her sign a paper saying that she would pay $14,000 each year, and they still bring it up every time they see her. Considering how wealthy she is, she should at least be doing that. She just kept saying I'm over it, which makes her look extremely entitled. Maybe there's more to it, so keep a level head, just comes off that way. She really thought it was funny that she doesn't want to pay them back. But once her chat told her that she was being selfish, she cried, which is probably how she got her way in her whole life. Only simps were encouraging her, not even Nick and Arthur were on her side. Extra Emily also talked in her offline chat, talking about how the people on Twitter are mean. Then, Fanfan, who was another big streamer, inserted herself into the drama and came to the defense of Emily, and this is what she had to say. People are being mean to Emily, so here I am. I'm on the same boat as her, so if you want to be mad at Emily, you can be mad at me too. My parents paid for my college tuition, we have a close relationship, and she makes the same pay me back for my wasted money jokes. And before anyone says that's not a joke, ask yourself, who knows them better? A stranger who only seen clips online, or someone who spent their entire life with them since birth? I feel like people assume it's not a joke, considering the fact that they made her sign a full-on contract so they get paid back. And right, we don't know them personally, so how do we know that the pay me back for my wasted money stuff isn't actually a joke, but it's real and it's them actually telling her to pay them back? It could be said both ways. Like Emily, I will not be paying back my mom, but instead I will pay for her mortgage, bills, food, flights, and my brother's tuition. Similarly, Emily prefers helping out her parents the same way or treating them to vacations, which she quite literally just did, instead of giving them out a big sum of money. And I feel like that's kind of different. What you're doing is paying for actual necessaries, being their mortgage, bills, food, and your own brother's tuition, which is stuff that everyone has to pay for, so it's actually helping him out financially on a month-to-month basis, since your mom doesn't have to spend her own money on it, but instead saves money from, not having to pay the bills and mortgages. So this arrangement that Fanfan has with her mom actually does work out. What Emily is doing is paying for gifts and vacations, which financially just does nothing for them. And it makes no sense to pay someone back in gifts when money is owed. If she didn't want to give them money, she should just do what Fanfan does and pay for everything else so they save money instead till the amount is paid off. And that trip that, Fanfan talked about, Extra Emily fully paid for a Cancun trip for her parents. But she went on the trip with them and fully monetized that entire trip for her stream content. Fanfan also said that Emily prefers helping out her parents in the same way and vacations. Same way, I'm assuming, mortgages, bills, food. But how do we know if that's true? Because you said earlier, who knows better, a stranger who's seen some clips or someone who spends their entire life with them since birth. And just off these clips, I never once seen her say that she helps them out with bills or anything like that. So how do we know that you're not lying about it and that's actually true? The only way that she said how she helped out her parents was that she gave them $10,000 and that one trip to Cancun. And that's about it. She shouldn't have publicly offered up this information to defend herself. She was clearly just making a lighthearted comment that is technically true and fits on her on-stream persona. But I don't know why the convo went on for so long. I would be lucky if my future daughter takes care of me the same way Emily does with hers. Some of you need to worry about yourselves and your own parents first. I think the convo went on for so long because both Nick and Arthur were telling her multiple times to pay back her parents, plus, Chad was doing the same thing too. So after everything, Extra Emily made a tweet saying that she paid her parents back. I paid my parents back for my tuition. I realized how fortunate I am to be in this position I'm in. To have the means to provide for both myself and my family. Contrary to online beliefs, ever since garnering success as a streamer, I have ensured that my parents' lifestyles and needs are taken care of. I would have never let them suffer. They are my parents who raised me. I mean, your parents are still working, so I don't think, they're suffering. Regarding the clip of my mom and I, our humor was simply misunderstood and was blown out of proportions. We have plenty of conversations off stream as mother and daughter, and what we say on stream is not representative of our whole actual situation or stance. Moreover, there are cultural differences at play relating to Asian family practices and how they raise their children that some may not understand, but that's a whole other intricate topic. It was my fault to bring it up in New York. I thought it would be appropriate to discuss, given that that's how my parents and I always banter with each other, and I knew that they would be okay being the butt of the joke, which they do to me too. We wouldn't be talking about such matters on stream in such a casual manner if we didn't have a solid relationship. Regarding my college tuition, I'm gonna be honest, I frankly would have stuck to my ways had that situation not happened because I support my parents through other means. But the feedback made me realize that it's not really that hard to simply follow through on my word and pay them back. I'm committed to growing from this experience and will hold myself accountable in similar future agreements. Thank you for caring about my parents, but I assure you they are financially stable even without my assistance and are adequately taken care of regardless. So, she wouldn't have paid them back if she didn't get called out. That was kind of obvious, but most people probably wouldn't have said it. The main reason why people were going after her was because, people are assuming that she does nothing else for them other than, that vacation and the $10,000. But if she was helping them out through other means, then, really nothing else can be said. Then she made another tweet showing that she transferred over $47,000, for proof. For proof, I have attached a screenshot of a bank wire. The reason why it's not a full lump sum is because this is the amount agreed upon between me and my parents, and I can't, financially pay for the entire thing right now. But we also have a system that they set up for me to pay them back in the future until it's all paid off. I'm moving past the situation and will continue doing my streams and content. So that's about it. If you like, then sub. If you sub, you make another video.